to the end of this webinar because today was a great day of trading. Now, I'm just going to get deep right into it because I usually don't do this very often in the beginning, but we had a stock today that was doing phenomenal, and I want to bring it up. Did everyone see the stock symbol right here? Oops, wrong window. There we go. Did everyone see this stock KLA today? Anyone saw this stock today? KLA. No one saw this stock? Oh, come on. Someone had to see a stock that was up 300%. Okay, so just want to teach what everybody is going to look forward to, what you're about to learn today, and what you're about to see, and why you're going to want to come and be part of the CTU family. This stock started, if you look right here, not in pre-market, it was up a little big. It started right around $5, $5.50, and started going around at 9:30. It was right around $6. Okay. Now look very carefully, fellow traders. Stock goes from $6 in 45 minutes to $9. That's $3. If you had 1,000 shares, that's a $3,000 investment. If you made half that, maybe just half, you would have made yourself, pretty penny right there, about $1,500. That's over $100,000 a year salary. If you look right here, fellow traders, stock started around $8. News came out again. This stock took off, ran from $8.60 up to $17. Now, I own it. I got to sell it right now. I've been holding it for a little while. I was waiting to start this meeting. I just gave away an extra $2,000, but let me just get out of this position and take my profit right now on that trade. But just to show you, this stock, we traded it back in March, and it was at $30, and it ran all the way to about 90, okay? And this is what day trading is about. This is why we do this game, okay? And it's all a game. Now, how do we find it, everything? I'm going to show you something really quick because I'm going to invite every single one of you to come into my trading room. Now, here's the trading room. I'm just going to bring it up so you could see it. Oops, hold on. So right here, if you look right here, fellow traders, I'm going to zoom up here. You see what says Fausto right here? Let me just bring up this. Look at me carefully. See it right here? That is our watch list. That's at 9:17 in the morning. Do you see the stock right there? KALA, right there. We also looked at some of the other stocks, but this was the stock that ran at 9:17. Now, we broadcast live on YouTube. If you want to check our Twitter, we posted up on Twitter, but the stock was right there. And I want you to see all these traders. Look at every one of them. And this is right now at this time of the day, okay? Watch what happens when I go back. And I show you going back here. Let me go back early in the morning. KLA at $9. Mark's laughing. I'm going back here, 10 o'clock in the morning. Here we go. Look, Boyle, look, Grant just made money. Charles just made money on it. Look at all these people trading on these stocks. Alex made money, okay? Alex made plus $1, and he was at 660 at 770. These are the traders that are people just like you, okay? I've trained them like you, and how do I know how to train them? Because I was one of you 25 years ago. And I'm hopefully going to make you part of this team. So let me clear this out and get right into it. And let me just get right to my PowerPoint because I don't really, honestly, I'm not a fan of bragging about winners. I'm more of a fan talking more about losers. But it was a very slow week this week because of the holidays, Christmas, end of the week. No one really trade. But we just had such a great run in that stock. I needed to share it with you right away. So is that exciting? Come on, was that impressive to see a stock make that big of a run? Actually, ask yourself a question. When was the last time you saw a stock or were in a stock like that was up almost 300-400% in one day? Trader friend says yes, that was exciting. Very impressive jump. It's rare. No, Michael, it's actually not rare. We usually get something like that like once or twice a week. Believe it or not. And I'm going to prove it to you, and you're going to be in my trading room. I'm going to show you that, okay? Elma, what about you? Gary, is that impressive? Deborah, Daniel, Craig, Charles, I didn't hear from you. I just want to, awesome. All right, but the goal is this. Like I said, I'm not a fan about talking about winners. I'm more or less talking about losers because a lot of you here are failing. and you're like, oh, this was a fluke, made this happen. Well, let me tell you what we kind of teach you. I want to show you why people fail in today's markets. Now, before we do that, just a quick little risk disclosure. Just want to start out. I'm not making any guarantees or warranties or promises. It varies student to student. So please be very smart before you do your trade. But trading is a very big risk when it comes to it. But everything I'm teaching you today is strictly educational only. Okay. Now, this is what we're going to learn. I'm going to talk about how we find these big movers to the week. I'm going to show you how we scan them. I'm going to talk about who actually runs these stocks and how they make their big move, and knowing where to get out before it happens, and also not how to read the past, but how to read the future. That's what I'm going to really kind of focus on. Now, for some of you who don't know me, I'm a 12-year veteran. I live here in New York, the financial capital of the world. You could see that's a picture of me. I'm a regular speaker at NASDAQ, teaching specifically how to trade on level 3 and level 4, how to trade today's markets. And that's what hopefully I'm going to teach all of you what you're about to learn right now. Now, the thing about being a very good trader is that brokerage firms, exchanges, if you know what you're doing, you'll be a client theirs forever. But there's just too many of you that are being taught by the average trader that just because he sounds good and maybe you clicked on one of his ads doesn't mean that they know what they're doing. There's a reason why we've been endorsed by every brokerage firm. There's a reason why we have a 5-star rating on Google, is because, unfortunately, and not to discourage everybody here, but not every single one of you are really up to the test to be a trader. And you know what? That's okay. Because I just got off the phone with a trader, and he says, Fausto, I had 200,000. I'm down to 100,000. And his only problem is he was just trained by the wrong people, and he did it on his own. But we're going to fix that. We're going to fix that. Now, listen, you could buy at the end of this presentation, I'm going to give you my book. All right. You don't have to pay for it. It's free. It's going to be a gift to me to you. You can go to Amazon, pay $47. I'll make money on it, but I'd rather give it to you free, and you're going to get at the end of this presentation. So this is how I got started. If any of you ever read any of the old books and you hear about the Souls Bandits, the original day traders, you're looking at them right now. Okay. I was definitely had a little bit more hair. I was less gray, but we used to trade on that little stinking 15-inch monitor. I get people that trade on 6 monitors and still can't get it. Okay. So we were one of these bunch of kids that were tormenting Wall Street, and Forbes wrote a nice little article about it. Now, my parents are immigrants. They came here from Italy, and my dad with $20 in his pocket, and my mother, and they always told me, listen, we came here for a better life, but we live here in New York. What was New York known for? The financial capital of the world. So he said, listen, find out what people do to make a lot of money. Go out there and learn. But he told me one very important thing. Don't think you're going to beat these people. Go learn from people every mistake that they make. Why go out there and make the mistakes and learn the hard way? Learn from other people. Let them teach you and try to get in there. I don't care what it costs you. Okay. And you know what? It was one of the best advices that he ever gave me. And that's why I now have 2 families. I've been married for almost 25 years now. I got 3 wonderful sons, but I have 2 families. I have my trading family I trade with every day, and then I have my regular family. And hopefully you guys will be part of one of my family, because that's the way we look at things. When you have a good, tight relationship with your traders, you trust each other, you work together, we have no egos, we don't brag, but that's part of the vetting process that we go through. So let's get right into the trading part of it. Now you know a little about me. Let me tell you. Now let me know a little bit about you. Okay. I'm going to do a quick poll right here just to kind of get to know everyone here. Let me see. Let me do a poll here. Yeah. So how long has everybody been trading? Let me do that poll really quick. So everybody just give me a chat back. Let's see how everyone answers this question. By the way, if you don't answer this question, that means you're not paying attention. And honestly, if you're not paying attention, I would recommend you to log out, because I don't want to waste my time. I could sit here and trade this stock, and basically I just threw away a little extra money getting to do this webinar, still trading Kala, but that's okay. I'm always looking to recruit new traders. So please go out there. Tell me a little bit about you. You're a beginner. Nobody knows. Are you doing 1 year, 5 years? Okay. Let me share that. Let me share this information with everyone so we could see that. Now, listen, some of you been trading for a while. I get it, but don't worry. It's never too late to learn. Okay. So now that we have that poll out of the question, I want to have another question to ask everybody. I'm going to do another poll. Who really trained you? Okay, so where's that poll? Okay, what type of education? There we go. Are you self-taught? YouTube books? Have you taken paid courses? Do you got a mentor? Just kind of get to know a little bit of everyone here. Now, getting some type of education out there is not a bad thing. Okay, we actually encourage people to go out there, learn from other people, and then when you come back to us, you'll see how we do things differently. And if you're self-taught, hopefully you learned a little bit the hard way, but remember, it is a very big failure rate, and I don't think I want anyone work on my loved ones that never went to med school. Okay, so let me end that poll. Let me share the results on that one. So now let's begin. All right. Now, trading around the holidays can be very slow and actually can be better time to study and learn in today's markets. Unfortunately for today, that wasn't the case. And that was part of the deal about coming in the morning when it comes to trading. There's always something new to trade. But, you know, it shouldn't stop you from being a student to get into trading. You got to take advantage of these big movers. And taking advantage of them is going out there and finding them, knowing what's making them move, who's running them up, why they're going up and down. Like here's an example of a stock that we just traded. What is it? Yesterday, okay? AtCTU. Here's a stock you could see it from here. It went from $3.25 up until $5 a share. Now, I don't know about you, but that's almost a $2 move. Actually, in an hour, it ran almost $1.50. That was an expensive stock. That's a cheap little stock. It was nothing like KLA today that ran from 6 and ran to, it's at almost 16 right now, hit a high of almost 18. But when's the last time you were in a stock that was up 100%? So for one of you who said, you know what, it's very rare. Michael said that's rare. It's not rare. We do it every day. And there you can see that's a Twitter feed right there where we posted in pre-market. Here's another one, TAL. Chinese stocks are moving pretty well. Here's a stock you could see EDU, GOT, TAL. They were all in our Twitter feed. Here's a stock 930, goes from $7.60 all the way to $9 in less than 30 minutes. So, question, do you trade stocks in the pre-market? I don't know, does anyone ever do that? Daniel says, last time I had a great run on the stock was PY. And by the way, I know we got some staff in here from CTU. So John and anyone else, could you please reply back to these people and share their notes? I'd like to share their comments for somebody who puts a good little chat in there, if you could do that. Yeah, so Trimma, you do it also. Great. So pre-market is where we usually trade most of our trades. Here's a stock, PRQR, that we traded. You could see on the 22nd, this stock ran from $2 to $3. And you could see here, it really picked up after 930, but a lot of it was in pre-market. So do you short stocks or do you only buy? Listen, we short also. Here's a stock, NEO, great little short, 1050, went all the way to $10. Now, NEO, some of you probably know about it a little bit more, but you know what? A lot more money, been a lot cheaper to trade some of the other ones. But still, whatever goes up comes down twice as fast. Coinbase, we all know about Bitcoin. So look at Coin, great little short. Stock goes from 38 down to 35. So we find a lot of these stocks, and the goal is you got to know when to jump in and see when they start, when they make their moves by following the money. Now, how do we find these stocks? Well, I don't have a crystal ball, okay? Every morning, we're live on YouTube, but everyone here is going to have access to come into trading room. We trade all these stocks by working through our percentage gainers and losers. I don't care what these companies do. I don't know where what they do. I don't want to know what they do, but what I do know is I want to risk the least amount of money with the high amount of reward. Now, poll question here, and I love my polls, okay? So, my question is, where is that one? What's the main reasons why stocks go up and go down? Okay, so where is that poll? How long they've been trading? What type of? Oh, here we go. Here's the poll. There we go. So I had bunch of them. I was losing them in order. But how do these stocks move up? Do they move on news, company fundamentals, technicals, buyers and sellers, all the above? Let's put our knowledge to the test. Let's see how you guys answer this question. All right. I mean, think about it. How do they actually move? Now, a couple more seconds. Listen, if you please answer the question. What's the worst thing that could happen to you? Remember what I told you what this whole class is about. Why did 90% of the people fail? Okay. If you can't answer this question, you should not be trading. You should not be trading. All right. So the goal is this. Here it is. We need to follow the money. Look how many of you have answered the question correctly, and look how many of you didn't answer it. So the question is, let's go out there and follow the money. Now, how do we follow the money? Well, these are the ways that we go about doing it. We look at the data. We're going to talk about level 2, level 3, and level 4. Now, I know a lot of people have level 2. Maybe some of you ignore it. I would ignore it too because it's been outdated since the 90s. But we're going to talk about level 3 and level 4. Now, level 2, really quick. Let me just cover this. All right. So let me get my crayon. So basically, here's your buyers, and these are your sellers. So you got 3 columns: 1, 2, and 3. The first column is basically, oh, why is this thing evaporating? Oh, that's why. I was like, why is it disappearing? 1, 2, and 3. The first column is a 4-letter abbreviation of a brokerage firm's name. Second column is the price, and the third column is the amount of shares that he wants to buy. Everything there is multiplied by 100. Whoever wants to buy for the most amount of money is up on top. Whoever wants to buy for less money is down at the bottom. Same thing over here. Whoever wants to sell it for the least, up on top. Whoever wants more money are on the bottom. So basically what you're looking at is at a big chat room. It's basically what it is. All right. Now, the problem with this is it's not giving you all the data. You're really not seeing all the orders out there, everything. So what do we need to trade? We're going to talk about NASDAQ Book Viewer. Now, have any of you watched me at the NASDAQ Center? I'm live. I do events there all the time talking about Book Viewer. You can actually watch the video on our website. Daniel, you have? Okay. Anyone else? Good. So let me teach you a little bit about it, and then we're going to go to I'm going to show you the value of it, and then we'll go to level 4. So basically, what you're looking at is a seat on the exchange. That's what you have. Now, back in the day, you had to pay a couple of $1 million for this to have a seat on the New York Stock Exchange. Today, it costs you $15. Now, could I ask you a question? If I could tell you that we can now monitor 70% of where the buyers and sellers are, give or take, is it worth $15 to you? Well, we're going to get to that, Trima. Is that worth $15? Of course it is. I had to pay, forget about it, I had to pay almost a fortune to be on the seat. Here you are paying $15. Why would you not want to see where Goldman Sachs, the algorithms, the dark pools are? It's like the dumbest thing in the world. Apparently, that's 90% of the failure rate. And hopefully you're not going to be that 90% anymore. So what you're seeing here is every single order around the entire world that are trading this specific stock, and at every order at every single price. Now, I get it when you look at this, it seems a little distracting. Some people said it moves pretty fast, but we're going to take care of that. But let me show you how we utilize this. Look at Coinbase. Coinbase started this morning, was right around $35, right? And it went all the way around $9.50. It finally hit a bottom around $33.70, and it shot up to 36, which is a pretty substantial run up. Why did it pick 33.70? Why didn't it go to 33? Why didn't it stop at 34? Well, when you look right here on the book viewer, you'll see that there are a lot of buyers, hundreds, 200, 300. There was a 30,000 share buyer at 33.70. 33,000. Okay. Now, it might not sound like a lot to you because sometimes you see these stocks trade millions and hundreds of millions. But when you look at the orders, there's a lot of refreshing going on, everything else. But when you look at it, that is probably 300 times the difference between the norm where everyone's showing 100, 200, whatever. I don't know about you, but I think I would be on his team. And guess what? Exactly what it did, came to that, and you had literally about 20 minutes to figure that out, and boom, it shot up. And if you bought it at that 33.70, and let's just say you sold it at, I don't know, 34.70, you made yourself $1. You obviously took a nice profit. Let's look at the resistance. What makes a resistance? Sellers. Look at this stock right here, BILI. Starts in the morning at 23.60, goes to 25, comes back down, goes to 25, comes back down, goes to 25 back. Boom, finally comes back to 23. Didn't want to break that 25.20. Why is that? Because when you look at the sellers out there on the exchange, 33,000 shares were out there. I don't know about you, but unless you're going to take the guy out and you want to dish out a couple of $100,000, that stock is not going any higher. Okay. And sure enough, you could call it a triple top. You could come up with all these stupid names and fancy names that people come out with. I'm telling you what the real true answer is. There was a big seller out there. And if you didn't have that game plan, guess what? You could turn a winner into a loser. These are what we call iceberg orders. This is how we follow the money. Now, let me ask everybody a dumb question. Did I lose anybody yet? Did anyone get lost? Just give me a yes or no. Is everybody following along? Don't mind me if I'm talking a little fast. I still want to be here for the next 2-3 hours. I got about another 20 minutes. I'm going to get in something more excited, okay? But I just want to make sure if you're following along. Still here, and it all makes sense, Michael. I like that one. That makes very good sense. I like that. George is here. George is following along. Amand, Keith, all good. All right, perfect. Let's go through a couple more examples, okay? Let's look at Roku. Company came down. Roku, by the way, I was just looking at Roku the other day. I forgot it was $500. My God, this thing got destroyed. So anyway, $41 all the way down to 30, right? Now, Roku is moving lower. Where is the support level? So let me ask everybody a question. Where do you think support level is on Roku? Think about it. What will make Roku go up? Well, yeah, that's the next support level, Gary. It could be 0 because, there is a number there. What do we need? What do we need for the stock to go up? Joan, you got it right. Michael, you're right. Deborah, I didn't hear from you. Dennis, I didn't hear from you. Buyers, right? We need buyers. Now, do you see buyers on a chart? Let's think about this for a second. Do you want to learn what happened in the past, or do you want to learn what happened in the future? Well, let's go check out the future. Right here, we're looking at where the next buyer is, and we can see there's a 56,000 share buyer at $38.20. Now, when you look at that big buyer right there, you're like, holy crap, what would that stock be doing? Oh, no wonder. Big buyer should go up. Well, guess what? Would the stock end up doing? Hit 37, 38.70, and went right back up. Let me show you what happened today. Look at right around this price levels. Look where the stock is hovering. This is today. This is now. This is live. Okay? Why is it hovering here for the past 2-3 hours? Okay? We'll go check book view and we'll find out later. But buyers are what run the stock up, not Fibonacci's, not MACDs. That's all program trading. That's all mathematician algorithms. It's the orders that do it. Here's another example, HTG. Stock is going higher, okay? You ever buy a stock and you're like, okay, where do I sell it? Do I hold on to it? Do I get out? What's going to make this stock go lower? Everybody. A Fibonacci, MACD, 200 moving average, whatever you want to call those stochastic sellers. Now, we see sell on our chart? No. But when we go here and we check on the NASDAQ book viewer and we work our way down and see where the sellers are, the next biggest significant sellers at 510, the 61,000 shares. What do you think is going to happen when we get to 610? Huh? Exactly. It's going to probably go down. So you need to have a game plan, okay? You need to know where these support levels are, where these resistance levels are, because that's what drives these stocks up, and this is what drives them down. Because if you didn't have that game plan and you didn't know that, boom, there you go. There goes your good, nice little winner, or maybe even convert into a loser. It's all about following the money, period. End the conversation. Do you know how FBI's busted bust people, okay, that commit crimes? You know, majority it is, they look at the money. I don't want to get political, okay, but did everyone hear that President Biden did this whole omni bill to hire 89,000 IRS agents? 89,000 IRS. Why wouldn't he go out there and hire more FBI agents? Why wouldn't he go out there and hire somebody? Why is he hiring more IRS agents? Okay, to get the money, right? Now, like I said, it's all about following the money. So, who's better than doing that? The IRS. So, pretty smart on his part if he's looking to find money, to need money to pay for something. And for us as traders, guess what? We're here to make money. We need to find the money. Where is it? Right there. Once again, these are called support and resistance levels, and are made by buyers and sellers, and we call them iceberg orders. And the reason how I got that name from, because I came up with that name after watching the movie The Titanic, and we all know how that story ended. Now, where could you get NASDAQ book viewer? Some of you asking? You can go right to the data store and get it. Now, personally, I really would not like you to buy it until you come in my trading room so I could teach you how it works. You might do a little more harm than good. But I'm not holding punches. I'm not here to be, tell you there's a secret window and whatever it is. NASDAQ hires me to come here. They don't hire me. They want me to teach you how to use it. And here, like I said, there it is. There's the address. But I got to show you how it works because you don't have the default set up wrong. It's going to be more complicated than what it is. Now, what do we like? What does a breakout look like? Listen, when you have a stock that's breaking out and you're watching time and sales, because sometimes you'll see these orders get filled. And how does that happen? Through time and sales. And by seeing like these orders, 100,000 share orders, and like, wait, Fausto, you said there's a big resistance levels. Yeah, but what happens if someone buys it? That could happen. We see stocks that break resistance levels all the time, more or less. I think we're heading the opposite here. We're breaking more support levels than anything. But you got to basically follow the money, and you got to follow these resistance levels. And just understanding how the stock trends is what makes them with these iceberg orders. Now, let's talk about level 4. Dilton, can I talk about the breakout on, yes, we could talk about that in a minute, but once again, I have to, let me go through this and I'll try to get to that because I'm running out of time here. Let's talk about level 4. Now, we have what's designed as more a heat map. Now, what's nice about this is that now we're looking at more exchanges. See, you got the New York Stock Exchange, the CBOE, you got ECNs out there, and you got brokerage firms. So we're just looking at one exchange. What about the other exchanges? And what would be cool is how about seeing how long they've been out there for? So here you're looking at a chart and you see resistance levels, but here you have an example like, well, that resistance seller out there for 104,000, he's been out there since 930, and you could see that it got redder and redder and redder. He started adding to his position. So he probably had about maybe 50,000 and he had to 70. And then he's like, holy crap, the stock's getting close to me. This is my opportunity to get out of it. Boom, guess what? Stock hit that price of 58, came right down to 57, all because of that order was out there. Let's go look at MOMO. Look at this resistance level, MOMO. You see how the stock is at 830? Resistance, 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 300,000, 500,000, okay? Guess what? That is a major resistance level. So you want to talk about a breakout? Look how fast that stock just ran about almost over $1. Because in theory, you'd be like, holy crap, 800,000 shares of an $8 stock? That's a effing lot of money out there someone's looking to sell. But guess what? Somebody said, sold, I'll buy it. You heard of breakouts? And look how fast that stock took off. So let's go back and look at XPEV. Stock has a huge iceberg order, 254,000 shares at 1050. Look at this. Look at this big resistance level. See that big seller right there? Guess what? Hit that resistance. Now we're down to $10. Let's see a next example. Iceberg order right here, 620. All of a sudden, big buyer shows up at 86,000 right here at 680. See that right there? Look what ended up happening. Now he split his order. Someone else was out there and upgraded it, and he upgraded. This is called the ladder effect. You ever see that happen before? And look what ended up happening. Look how the stock just went up, 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 and you were like, wow. Why all of a sudden, this guy down here canceled his order and he started bidding it up. So if you wonder how stocks, like, how do they build these bull flags, these bear flags, and I'll show you what I mean. Like, how does this actually really work? Like, how does that happen? You know what? That's what we teach you at Cybertrain University. And how do I know this? For some of you, maybe didn't pay attention in the beginning, because I was a market maker on Wall Street. That's what I did. I was a trader, okay? And this is how I was trained how to trade. You need to follow and see where the big boys are. And remember, we're just trying to get the crumbs on the floor. That's all we're looking to do. Now, by the way, is everybody having fun here? Everybody having fun? Everybody catching along? Somebody just said, hey, I learned more in this class than I just spent on $5,000 with somebody else. Listen, and we're only talking for about 30 minutes. Could you imagine what you're going to learn in a week? Okay. So getting back to, indicators and everything else. Could you everyone just tell me a question? Just look at this really quick right here. What's easier to read, chart number 1 or chart number 2? What's easier to read? 1 or 2? Are you sure about that? You mean you really don't care about the moving averages, the RSIs, the CIAs, whatever you want to call them, the stochastics? Yeah, you know what? If you hit number 2, I agree with you. I think this is a lot easier to read over here and knowing where resistance and trying to figure out what the hell this is all. This looks like my kids when they were in kindergarten, to be honest with you. So, but you know what? Everyone likes to talk about it. They're always right. I don't know about you. I don't like to focus on the past. I like to focus on the future, because technical analysis is paralysis, what we call here. All right. Where are the big the buyers and sellers sitting, George? And that's what you need to look at, and that's what we're going to teach. That's what we teach at Cybertrain University, George. Just put a chat in there, because they're the ones like that control the market. The Goldman Sachs, the Merrill Lynch's, the algorithms. Like these. This is reality. This is reality, and you got to ask yourself. You got to see what you've been doing in the past. Is it really working? I mean, are you really getting there? You know what? Anyone here own a business? Anyone here work for somebody? You know how hard it is to hire an employee? How many interviews you have to go through, resumes, and then finally you think you finally found that person and you get them in there. You think that person is still going to be the qualified person to work there? You'll know right away within 30 to 60 days. And like, you know what? I thought you were good. Maybe the guy lied on his resume, whatever it is. And then sure enough, what ends up happening, you have to get rid of them. So the reason why I bring this up is this. If you're doing something more than 30 to 60 days and you're seeing you're not making money, it's not showing progress, even with the education that you have, you're pretty much wasting your time. You might want to change a different style, okay? This is why Cybertrain University has been endorsed by some of the biggest brokerage firms in the industry, okay? And let me tell you something. They do background checks on us. And because remember, they would never want us to do presentations for them if they thought we're teaching people how to lose money. And you have to ask yourself a question. How many of you ever took a class with somebody? Are they endorsed by any brokerage firm? Because they're not. There's a reason why they're not. And I'm not here to bash anyone. But there's a better time to learn better than ever and alongside with our team, and that's what I want to do. I want to invite every single one of you to come in my trading room because I can't teach you how to trade in 30 minutes. You know, I could just get you excited. I want to get all of you in this room, and I want you to see and meet the traders like the Grants, the John, the Michaels, the Alexes, the Lindas. I mean, I want you to see how we taught them how to think for themselves, okay? I want you to see if what we're showing you is what making, you know, is this for real or not? Because we do practice what we preach, you know, and I'm not here to tell you to watch, you know, 800 hours of videos because you know you're not going to watch them, all right? You want someone that's going to hold your hand, someone's going to be on the phone with you and show you, because our goal is we want to show you our customer service. We want to show you how we care. Because right now what you're doing is you're interviewing us. You're interviewing me. But when we get into the trading room, we're going to interview you, and we're going to make a decision if you're actually really qualified to do this or not. And you might not like it, what we tell you, but you might love it, we'll tell you. And you'll know if this is for you or not. But don't be scared. It's not that scary, okay? So what we do here at Cybertrade University, we do a live audio broadcast. We start at 9 a.m. Eastern in the morning, and we'll continue till 10:30. And then we'll pick up back at 2:30 in the afternoon, and we'll trade to 4 o'clock. We do this because it's the most volatile times of the market. That's usually where we usually trade. We're running all day. It's just that I can't talk all day. You know what I mean? You don't want to hear my voice all day. It gets boring. All right. Now, we also have live workshops over the course of the week. We do traders talk. We'll review Q&A. So we're very, very interactive with our traders that are in the room. And not only are you going to get our trading room, which I started the first one in the industry. So to think of, you're going to have the first taste of being in the trading room, but you're also going to get access to workshops and all that good stuff. Now, just to go over a couple of questions before we get everybody all registered. People always ask me, does this strategy work in volatile markets? Of course it does. That's why we do it. If you don't have the volatility, you're not going to make the money, because the bigger the less the volatility, the bigger the spreads, the less the action in the stock. How much more do I need to start? When I show you what you need to start right now, basically, if you got an account, you don't have an account, I'd rather you have nothing, but you don't need money. You don't have to worry about this right now. This is the least of your problems, okay? And like I mentioned earlier, go check out our Google review and look at all the people, what they have to say about CTU and all the great reviews that have coming out, how we've changed people's lives. That's really what I want to kind of show you. You know, look at that, look, listen, and learn. You'll get to meet every single one of these. And by the way, these are real reviews. All right, because to put a real review, you got to have a real account. But we love it. Now, this is the deal. $9. That's what's going to cost all of you. $9 stinking dollars. Now, some of you have probably fallen off your chair, and you're like, $9? Wait. Well, what's the catch? The catch is $9. Now, why I'm charging you $9 is this, okay? I don't know who you are. I don't know how you got into this trading room, okay? You obviously clicked on one of maybe our emails, maybe you found us on YouTube, but we need to ask you some questions to know a little bit about you. I'm not going to let anybody in my trading room or access to any of my content unless you tell a little bit about yourself. And the only one comfortable way to kind of say who you are is to come up with $9. And this is the deal. If you're not happy, I'll give you $9 at the end of the week. All right. Now, this is what you're going to get for $9. You are going to get live trading for a whole week. You're going to get a Q&A session, 3 pro workshops, Traders Talk Library, and as a bonus, and this is what people freak out about. The first 20 people register, I will personally talk to you on the phone.
Now you're probably looking like, nah, this is not real. Somebody told me I spent $10,000 taking a class with XYZ Academy, and I never spoke to the owner. Why would I talk to you? I'll tell you why. I don't need the $9. I am looking for traders that I can interview to see if I can make you a trader and be part of my team. All right. This is not about the education. It's about being part of a company where we could trade together. All right. So think about this as a job interview, and I need to interview. And the way you're going to fail your application is the $9. Okay. And I'm going to invite you in my room. I'm going to give everything to you. I'm going to show you everything. And then we're going to have that conversation. We're going to see if you're qualified or not. Okay. Listen, I've been doing this for almost 30 years. I tell all my traders this all the time. Do you want to be in a trading room with 4,000 or 5,000 people? Because I could do that. But how does that help you? Oh, wow, look at all these people. Looks great. Of course they do. Who makes money? I do, because I could charge a residual. What's the secret behind that, right? No, I'm not looking at that. I am looking for somebody, when you get in a trading room, whenever I'm there, you'll be able to give good content. You can be part of a team, because I'll make more money doing that with you and the staff by doing that. Now, 20 people get a free coaching class, $9. And if you're not happy, like I said, I'll give you $9 back. I don't care about your $9. Trust me. All right. Now, what I like to do is you got about 5 minutes. Okay. We're going to count down 5 minutes from here. Fill out that questionnaire. We're going to ask you 5 questions. Tell us a little bit about you, so we know a little bit about you, who you are. And the questions are like, who trained you? Do you have level 3 access? You know, stuff like that. Nothing major. All right. I'm already in, so I'm going back in the trading room. Okay, Timothy. Tim, did you have a good time trading that KLA? I hope you did. That was a good one today, actually. I mean, the best one that we had in about a week or two, I would say. You know. I have Fausto. Chat with you later. No problem, George. It was great talking to you too. You know, just kind of like put these chats in the room so people could read it, so people could see what's going on. You know, there's Timothy. Just put his chat in there. All right, a couple of shout outs right now. It looks like some of you are registering right now. Tracy just got your registration. Welcome aboard. Robert got your registration. Welcome aboard. Looking forward to seeing you. Now listen, every single one of you, just to let you know, you're all going to have access to a trading. You don't have to start like a question right now. When can I start? You could start right now. You could start on Monday. You could start whenever you want. Okay. Listen, the promotion is right now. Okay. I don't know what I'm doing next week. I'm thinking about, like I said, we get so many trial members. Maybe sometimes I think I have to throttle it because, there is a lot of customer service on our part, talking to every one of you with my staff. But lock it in now. When you talk to education advisor, you let him know when you start. He'll do a walkthrough with you. He'll show you all the classes. He'll teach you. So when you go, because when you go in the trading room, you don't want to be lost. You can be like, what the hell are these people talking about? What am I looking at? You want to have somebody that's going to really take the time and show you that cares what you're doing. So that's really what's going to happen. What do we got here? Yeah, so I got Jerry B, I got your registration. Who else we got here? Just registered. Peter Y, got your registration. Welcome aboard. Who else we got? Looks like a bunch of you just aren't registered right now. I can't take your class until January 15th. Can I start then? Yes, Helene, you can do that. Just log in and pay the $9 now. And when you talk to education advisor, because we won't give you access to the room, and we have to turn it on. We're just not going to let you in there. You're going to be totally screwed up. So absolutely. Sid, you're in. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Appreciate the vote of confidence. I'm looking forward to talking to you. Helene, there's your chat. Just letting you know so everybody could see it. She wants to start on the 15th. No problem. Any other questions? I have a day job and it will be only available in the morning between 9 and 11. Will that work? Oh my God, that is a great question. Let me explain something to you. I used to travel around the world, and it was fun in the beginning, especially when I was single. But after that, I was like, I couldn't do this anymore. So we actually started the webinar technology. All right. And with the webinar technology, we were able to make it convenient for all of you. This is not a full-time job. Okay. Don't believe what people tell you. We have people logged in all over the world. Some people trade the morning, some people trade the afternoon, and that's what happens. All right. Barbara, one of our students, made $6.60 a share on KALA. Wow. Way to go, Barbara. Where's that chat? Where's that chat? I want to share it with her. Where's Barbara? She was in our trading room. Oh, there it is. Okay, let me share. Let me show you what Barbara did here. Look at our students there. Barbara, let me just X out of this because you want to share it with me. Barbara made $8. Wow, look at that. Barbara, oh, there she is. See Barbara right there? Wow, look, way to go, Barbara. Holy crap, she did awesome on that. See Barbara right there? Look at that, she made $6 on that trade. Oh, we got another runner that's going up right now that's trading. TX. She was done at 12 o'clock. Look at that, it's already an hour. This is what you learn at CTU. Could you think of 1,000 shares? 1,000 shares is $6,000. You do that every day. Listen, if you make $1,000 a day, $1 a day, that's $250,000 salary. Who doesn't want that job? You know what I'm saying? Cash register means people are on that trade right now. All right, let's clear this out. Guys, we only have a couple of minutes left, and I got to go. Oh, there's Barbara. Way to go, Barbara. I know we had some students in here. Barbara's just putting a chat right there. Barbara, you're more than welcome, Barbara. I'm glad, we had some great conversations. And I know, with everything going on in life and things, and I know you're being skeptical in the beginning and all that. I'm glad you stuck it out, but how awesome does that feel? I mean, you know what I mean? Just don't get cocky, because let me tell you, like I told you in class, those big winners got to take care of some of the losers. You know what I mean? But that's the big thing. All right, so who do we got registered right now? My God, I'm actually shocked. I thought we have. Well, there was almost 100 people in here. We only got, 20 so far? What are you guys waiting for? What more do I need to show you? What more do I need to show you? You want to follow the money? You got to know how to follow the money. But how much more do I need to show everybody here to go out there to learn how to trade? I mean, it's just, I'm looking at all the orders coming in. Well, I figure there's some students here also. But guys, what are you waiting for? Just get in there. You're more than welcome. Thank you very much. Well, by the way, your names came in wrong, trader friend. You put it in there. You just put it in. He's already a gold student. Information's priceless. This is another very good question. Okay. That's another good question right here. Let me put it in there. So question is, I was told that you need 25,000 for trading stocks. Is that true? No, that's false. Now, the day trading rule, if you want to trade in and out of position, yes, but you can also trade. You don't have to trade on margin. You could trade cash. You could just trade your cash and you could be fine. So listen, that's the least of your problems right now, because not only you could day trade, you can swing trade doing this also. Okay. Stop sharing that. Any other questions? Edmund has another good question here. Let me put this in there. His question is, let me share it in there. How much is the cost after the trial period? Can I ask you something? Is that important right now? Is that important? I didn't see your name coming in. Why don't you worry about the $9 first before you worry about worrying about what a cost of a course is. Listen, if I taught you and I was able to teach you how to make a six-figure salary, do you have a problem paying several $1,000s for a class? Okay. I mean, let's think about it. I mean, forget about that, right? That's the least of your problems. Okay. That's like, worry about the $9 first, and we'll worry about everything else. You know what I mean? Listen, if you can't afford $9, don't take this the wrong way. You really can't afford to trade. You really can. Listen, I am a 12-time world champion. I beat every school I competed against. All right? There's a reason why. Should have been a 25 world champion. Half the people didn't show up, though. But anyway, that's really more or less where it comes out. Let me see. Like I said, I'm just seeing all the registrants coming in right now. All right. Any other questions? I've been here for over 9 weeks. Access to the trading room alone. Feel much more confident trading when the trading room because the big moves get called out. Well, thank you for, let me just share that. That's a great, that's great. Okay. For having access. I know, that's what I'm saying. But you know what? What do you have to lose? But listen, the worst thing that could happen is you learn something. The goal is this. I am looking for traders. I'm looking to interview them. Listen, you did your interview on us. Now it's time for us to interview you. So let's go out there, get in the room, meet some of these great traders that are putting in the chat, take a shot, do it when you're ready to start, and then we'll go from there. But listen, I want to get back into my trading room. First of all, I'd like to thank you, students. You guys did a great job. I love your comments that you brought in here. Appreciate everything you've done. And hope you had a great holiday. But let me get ready. I want to get ready to go. You got the link up there, everybody. Hopefully look forward to seeing you there. Make sure you make your appointments with your traders. Have a very happy and healthy new year. Let's finish out the year. I think a lot of us probably already did so, but with just these stocks that we traded today. But remember, it's not about the winners. It's about the losers. It's the losers you have to learn how to control. That's everyone's biggest failure rate. These winners take care of themselves. I had traders that did really well with certain stocks, and they're probably kicking themselves in the butt. They're like, shoot, I should have held it longer. It doesn't matter. They're there all the time. And you're going to miss more than you're going to get. But that's okay. That's part of the game. But let us show you how to play it, because you got to learn before you can earn. Thanks for listening, everybody. Students, thanks for being here. Happy, healthy New Year. Merry Christmas. Everyone had Merry Christmas, and Happy Hanukkah, whatever holiday you celebrated. And I'll see you in the trading room. Thanks, everyone.